Hello and welcome, I'm Thomas Porteous and you're watching Gulf Today on NewsX World. Let's take a look at some of the top headlines of the hour. Israeli forces carry out a targeted strike in central Gaza, killing one Palestinian and injuring 4 others. The military says the strikes targeted an Islamic Jihad member, allegedly planning an attack as both sides continue to trade accusations of violating the US-backed ceasefire. US Secretary of State Marco Rubio says he does not envision a permanent division of Gaza, even as Israeli troops hold territory under a US-brokered ceasefire. He says an international stabilization force backed by a possible UN resolution would gradually extend security across the Strip, ensuring Gaza is fully demilitarized and free from Hamas control. Lebanon's health ministry says 2 people were killed and another wounded in Israeli strikes on the country's south. The IDF confirms a drone strike near Haruf that killed a Hezbollah Redwan force commander, while a second strike on a motorcycle in Pele left 1 person dead. Thousands of Israelis take to the streets demanding the return of the remains of captives still held in Gaza. The protests come as Egyptian heavy machinery enters the Strip to support efforts to recover the bodies. Israel's far-right National Security Minister Itamar Ben-Gvir says Israel is not a protectorate, pushing back against reports of US pressure on Prime Minister Netanyahu to uphold the ceasefire. He says he appreciates President Trump but insists Israel must be the masters of our own house. The leaders of Thailand and Cambodia have signed an enhanced ceasefire deal in Kuala Lumpur in the presence of US President Donald Trump, formally ending their deadly border conflict. The agreement builds on a July truce brokered after Trump urged both sides to halt fighting or risk losing trade talks with Washington. The second day of trade talks in Kuala Lumpur is paving the way for a productive meeting between Presidents Donald Trump and Xi Jinping, says Washington's top trade envoy. US and Chinese officials hold their 5th round of negotiations since May as both sides work to ease trade tensions. US President Trump says he will increase tariffs on Canada by an additional 10%. Announcing the move on Truth Social after blasting an Ontario ad aired during the World Series. He ends trade talks with Ottawa as the ad quotes Ronald Reagan, warning that tariffs trigger trade wars and economic damage. Now we start in